Atlanta. No home field advantage in this one, just a great stage for a neutral site showdown. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me I wanted to ask him about all of the preseason hype and possible distractions for his quarterback. He said they've actually addressed this head-on, had a great conversation, that if he takes care of business and focuses on his teammates, execution, and winning every play, all the awards will be there for him at the end of the year. Back to you guys.
Okay, Holly. So Texas is headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. He'll return it. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. From the gun, it's Henderson. Nowhere to go.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get in the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just...
It's a seam wide open. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Got room at the 35. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down. He's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed. So hard to stop.
Out wide left, it's Edwards. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a proven game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. He'll pull it down. He's got it up. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He honestly has the ability to pick them up and put them down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Russell. Oh, pressure's coming. That pass is incomplete.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because you know kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
And he's in. Pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! They strike first in that opening drive of the season. Could not have gone better.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. Follows his blocks. Each Simon. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it back to him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Longhorns want to move quickly. Trying to squeak through the pile. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And man, that's a great job by this defense using...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Manning to throw for it on 4th. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. Snags it, and he's open. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Manning. Caught in the backfield, it's Simon. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Snagged in the middle, it's Winston. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They've got a first down here to open the period. Making the adjustment. Arch is going to throw for it. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism and hope? Maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off.
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse. It starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you. People are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
The Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! Timely decisions, effective play management. helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And he makes the extra point. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Breaks into the open. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38. The running game doing work.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Russell fires to the middle. A strike downfield. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll give it on the counter. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game. Let's just get him into a rhythm.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Throwing Russell. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Run in the red zone, it's Henderson. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Left side is Henderson. And he got it so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down.
That's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. An 84-yard drive there, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Here's Arch to throw. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
Well, the offense trying to...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Second down coming up. Back to pass, it's Manning. Look out! Being chased. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the second and short.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Pick off! What a play to set him up! There he goes!
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Under pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this could be really huge for this defense, man. You got put in a horrible spot. You can complain, you can whine, if you want to. It ain't going to help nothing. They do a great job being ready for the pass on first down. Now, second down and goal. They've got to bow their necks. They've got to find a way to continue to be physical and make some plays.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Arch Madness. Fires left. That's a fumble. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Dropping back, it's Manning. Intercepted! A first half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49. Just enough time for one final play of the half. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Dropped back on first down. Waste no time, going deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Eastern Michigan, taking on the number 16 team, the San Diego State Aztecs. And it's the Eagles with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure to do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quick give. It's Simon. Turning it on. Past the 50. The 40. At the 30. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. To throw, Manning. That's reeled in. It's Simon. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together. Putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Changing the routes with his receiver. They'll throw it from the red zone. The quick out. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Right side, it's Simon. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Running inside. It's Henderson. Defense all over him.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Russell. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Got his man. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Just hammer it with this running back again. He noses his way into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Oh, and he missed it, and they missed their chance to lock it up. So they picked up 32 yards on that drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. Got him on the move. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown tie. They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. So a dynamite play there. 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. What a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying to move them on the counter. All over him immediately.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game. And I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There's been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Tide ready to roll on offense. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
The defense obviously at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that one.
It's inside. It's Henderson. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Keelan Russell. Out wide left, it's Henderson. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And man, that's a little frustrating. I like the job by the quarterback. Get the ball out, let your receiver make the play, but just understand when the play's over. Like, I'm not going to cut that back up. I want to get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Knocked down immediately.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation that's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback?
Snap, got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's Manning to throw. Left side is Danzy. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
I'll tell you, you've got to give this defense credit. That was only his 2nd catch of the game. He came into this as one of the best receivers in all of college football, but this defense had a plan. They have shut him down. They have limited him, and that's why they're winning.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Moving the pocket, it's Manning. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Oh, and those are one of those plays where you just start scratching your head. You're like, wait a minute, you're going the wrong way. It was a nice interception, but Cattell lost his bearings, lost his compass, lost his mind, whatever he lost, and he goes the wrong way. I promise you, all week that will be shown in the defensive meeting rooms, and they will be laughing and pointing and making fun of the young man for going the wrong direction.
opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Throwing Manning. Between the hashes is Coleman Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you complete all these passes underneath because the clock running is my friend.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Rushes on. Takes a hit as he fires. Out wide left, it's Townsend. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. Art's going to spin it again. Looking to the big tight end. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. He'll try to take it back. Bulldozes his way through. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll run the counter. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.